Good morning, friends. Today is Wednesday, July 8th. We're going to go ahead and get started on reading. I'm grabbing my packet, and we're starting on the next story. Yesterday, we read Sesame Street Muppets, and I'd like to give you the answers since we all did such a great job solving these. Not solving them, that's math, but looking at them yesterday. So number 1 was A, number 2 was B, number 3 was C, and number 4 was D. They went in a pattern. So I don't think you'll get that lucky today. So our story today is astronauts get zero-G oven to bake cookies in space. So before we get started on our vocabulary word, just by looking at this picture, I want you to make a prediction. Do you think this is going to be fiction or nonfiction? Remember, fiction is not real and nonfiction is real. Okay, turn and talk to your parent or your brother, whoever's sitting next to you, and make that prediction. Today we have 3 vocabulary words. Our 3 vocabulary words are astronauts, gravity, and oven. So what I did was I partitioned my page into fourths. I partitioned it into fourths. Here I have the title of the story, Astronauts Get Zero-G Oven to Bake Cookies in Space. My first vocabulary word is astronauts. Astronauts. A person who goes to outer space. Sorry, I couldn't read upside down. A person who goes to outer space. Our next vocabulary word is gravity. Gravity is a force that keeps us on the ground. So if you go to outer space, there is no gravity. That's what makes you float. Our next vocabulary word is oven. An oven is used to bake things using heat. And my friend Robert earlier said, what does an oven have to do with astronauts in outer space? So by these vocabulary words, do you think it's fiction or nonfiction? A lot of those words are from science, so I think it's going to be nonfiction. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start reading. I'm taking a look at this picture caption right down here. This tells me what's in the picture. A zero-G kitchen space oven, the next delivery of supplies for the International Space Station. Scheduled for liftoff on November 2nd, includes the device. Chocolate chip cookie dough is already up there, waiting to pop into this small electric oven designed for zero gravity. So here's the cookie dough and here's the oven. It looks to me like it's about the size of a microwave, not very big. There is a new kind of oven. It is traveling to space. Astronauts might be able to bake with it. It could mean fresh cookies. Yum. The zero-G oven. The new oven is called the zero-G oven. Zero-G means no gravity. It should work in a place with no gravity. Gravity is a force. It pulls things to the ground on Earth. It causes apples to fall from the tree to the ground. It keeps soup in the pot. There is no gravity in space. That means that things float around. The oven is on its way to the space station. The station circles the Earth. The oven is a test. It might not work. Remember, scientists always do tests before they get the correct answer. So I'm thinking that since this is just a test, that this oven might not work. If it does work, astronauts will be able to have fresh desserts. Astronauts mostly eat food that have been dried out. They do this to the food they bring to space. I'm flipping the page to the back side. That way, the food lasts a long time. I'm on this next bolded topic, making space food better. NASA helped with this project. NASA is a U.S. space organization. It is thinking about trips to the moon. It also thinks about trips to Mars. These will be really long trips. Astronauts will be away from home for a very long time. Having homemade food on these trips will be very important. A Zero-G Kitchen is a company. It made the space oven. Ian and Jordana Fitchenbaum are in charge of the Zero-G Kitchen. They are married. They live in New York. They want to create a kitchen that works in space. Miss Fitchenbaum wants to make space feel more like home. She thinks having the smell of fresh cookies will be nice. Fresh cookies smell so good. Here's our next bolded title. Testing cookies in space. Cookie dough is already in space. It will be put in the oven when the oven gets there. It is the same cookie recipe used on Earth. That's the beauty of this to me, Miss Fitchenbaum said. The cookies will take a really long time to bake. The oven can only bake one cookie at a time. I know when I bake cookies at home, my friends, I put 12 cookies on one single sheet. So baking one cookie would take forever. The first cookie is the real test. It might look strange without gravity. It could turn out to be a blob, or it could be used like a mini pancake. So I'm flipping to page 165 to read you the 4 questions. Where was the Zero-G oven sent? A, to a space station on Mars. B, to a space station near the moon. C, to a space station circling the Earth. Or D, to a space station next to NASA. Number 2, what is a reason why the Fitchenbaum started Zero-G Kitchen? A, to make kitchens look very fancy. Did our story tell us anything about a fancy oven? No. B, to make kitchens that can bake quickly. If we're only able to do one cookie at a time, is that quick? Is that fast? Nope. To make kitchens that work in space. Well, this story is about space, so that is a good maybe mark, but maybe D's better. D, to make kitchens that create dried food. Astronauts already have dried food up in space. They're looking for something that gives them fresh food. So what is your best answer choice for number 2? Number 3, why did NASA help with the Zero-G oven project? A, because they want to test them out on long trips. B, because they want astronauts to eat dried foods. C, because they want people on Earth to eat like astronauts. Or D, because they want food that can float around easily. So my friends, that one is very, very tricky. So if you go back to your story where it talks about NASA right here, making space food better. This is the part where it talks about NASA. So before you choose your answer, it's a good idea to go back and reread these paragraphs because it had very important words in this paragraph that'll help you find out the answer to number 3. Number 4, how is the Zero-G oven different from other ovens? A, the Zero-G oven can bake many cookies at once. B, the Zero-G oven works without gravity. C, the Zero-G oven makes cookies without heat. Or D, the Zero-G oven does not use the same recipes. All right, my friends, I'll see you back tomorrow with the answers. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any other questions about this activity, please feel free to message Miss Clower either on my email or a text message. And I hope to see you in our Zooms tomorrow. Bye.